Okay, I have returned. Alright, got some more people. More people joining the game. Fee Rust and Corruption showing up once again. Mianhe's here as well. With me here. See who else wants to jump in. Oh, Dragon. Let you come on in here. I didn't leak any passwords. That's on one of you bozos. Oh, yeah, out of game. Out of game tunes.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
Looks like we're in need of one more.
I think we can get somebody.
Oh, pork chop's already in here.
Let's see here. What do you think, Scraggy? Should we get somebody?
Who are we short on here?
Oh, we got Uwin. All right.
There we go.
Uwin's
Alright.
here. All right.
Owen and Fayrus, the 280 carry mains on the leaderboard
That's right.
that we see a lot of play. I love playing with these guys. This will be fun.
I guess we are on onto the team pick phase.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're up first, friend.
Okay, well, I will pick... You know, I just can't not pick Yagachu. He just did so much work last game.
I hear ya. I don't blame you. I will go with... Give me that Fee Rust.
Alright.
I want the new blood.
I'm going to pick up my boy Pork Chop.
I will take Corruption for the sick Kagen hooks. If he decides to play Kagen out of the jungle. He just won me over with some Kagen big hauls the other day, so I'm all on that hype train.
He's performed very well in all these in-houses. I will pick Ewan.
All right. I'll take Dragon.
All right, and I'll pick
The Euro
Shibby.
superstar.
Oh yeah, Dragon the Euro superstar.
Oh wait, no, you have Ewan and Shivy. I'll take Withmere. I'm in.
Sounds good. I'll pick Miani.
All right, and I'll take Nicken. Nicken had some really nice empowered endless delights on King of Mass last game. So.
Oh yeah, huge ultimates from him in that game.
All right, now let's. I'm going to remake the Dawn Gate draft room. Oh,
yeah,
never mind.
It got filled up so new people couldn't join.
Still there. Yeah, so gonna have to make a new one. Um, this draft does not exist. Yeah, I know, because I'm making it, bozo. God damn it. Dog Scout.
John, please.
John, why does your website terrible? There we go. Enter draft name. There we go. Boom. All right. I've got the draft room here. I will put it in the appropriate chats. It needs to be in. We can all pass it around.
The best game ever.
Mm-hmm. As we wait for everyone to populate the draft room. Yanhei over there. Why are there two Mianhei names? God damn it.
Mian Hui. That's probably the troll. We all know
Yeah.
what Biani thinks of himself, so
As a god, so he would be
Yeah.
Mianhei the god. So
detective work complete.
so Mianhui maybe is on my team. I'm not sure.
We'll see. And go ahead and get started.
If everyone's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. I only have 4 people. No, I'm the 5th. So yeah, I still only have 4 people. But it's okay.
Yeah, as long as the team is communicating.
We should have no issues. I will bring us over to the band picker. Mina, gonna be the first ban. I'd rather not deal with Mina than deal with everything Yagachu can play well. So I would just be targeting. I would just be banning Volok and Salas every game, just because I don't want Yagachu to beat me with it anymore. Shivy hoping his ranged ADs don't get banned out this game.
We'll see what Spirit Team's looking to counter with. Would not be surprised again to see Dibs. I just added Rust actually.
Oh, okay.
That's guy quick. Oh, we got Dragons backing out. Maybe he DC'd.
So, Mina Dibs going 3 for 3 as the first 2 bans today.
No meta's being broken right now. Although we did see some lane Volek.
I mean, while Mina and Dibs are very good, very potent shapers, there's just, I don't know. I mean, this is like literally the exact same way the other 2 games have started. Mina Dibs first 2 bans, Varian first pick.
Well, we might be short a player here. I'm not sure if Dragon's coming back.
Oh no. Dragon left and Fearust is here, and Dragon's gone, Areno. Uh-oh. Maybe his connection died.
Yeah,
he might be coming back.
We'll give him a minute or 2 and then...
Yeah. Oh, Dragon telling me to check PMs, but I don't know on what device.
Yeah, of all the million programs we're using right now.
Let me check this one. Nope, not there. Let's check here. Not there. How about this one? Dragon, I don't know where you're sending me things, but I don't see them. Unless you're talking about in the game, and I saw that one. Oh, that's right. I didn't tell you the password. I just invited you last time. So, okay, we'll be getting Dragon back. Kenzu gets picked for the Spirit side.
Interesting. Probably a pick for Fearust there. It's one of his favorite shapers playing solo queue, I know. We'll see what their second pick is. They're probably gonna look to get a tactician laner here, or maybe they're gonna look to pick up Sal's jungle, or Kagen even for corruption.
Yeah, corruption is super deadly on that Kagen. Scary big hauls from that man. So there we go. The double AD comp comes out from the mortal side. Varian and Vex.
Oh boy.
Ewan and Shivy.
They probably picked that and make the Shivy play it again. Let's see how fast he can select the Varian and come Shaper select. Now it's a Spirit Team ban. They know the enemy team has double AD carry. It's very much a broadcasted strategy. We'll see what kind of early game snowbally type stuff they want to pick to just crush that Vex in lane and make it so that they're not able to get to that late game double AD carry status. That'd be someone random. Oh, wait, somebody picked Vex and they shouldn't have.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
So just hit reset and they'll do it quickly, hopefully.
Oh, well, hopefully we can get back to the spot.
Yeah, Varian.
Quickly enough. There we go,
Kenzu,
King of Mass, Kenzu. Now we're back to where we were. I think Shivy's. Oh, I thought Shivy was upset for a minute. Maybe he wanted the Vex comp. He was looking forward, but apparently not. He didn't want to deal with it.
You're gonna regret that reset.
Oh, welcome, Tyrese. Just about to get into a new game here.
Wonder if Mortal Team's gonna stick to that double AD carry strategy.
I don't know. It might have.
Yeah.
Might have broadened their horizons, even if it happened to be a misclick.
Maybe they're now sold on the idea.
I know.
Yes, you're picking. You
Mortal team must pick a shaper.
Volek pick. Probably from Yagachu there. Yeah, Yagachu gonna be playing Volek again. He is not messing around tonight.
Yeah, Yaga is out for blood, which is good for you.
Yep.
We'll see what the new bans are. Spirit side getting a chance to ban, but now Yagachu's picked, so no real value in banning Salas. We could see maybe an Ashabel ban. She was really dirty last game.
Yeah, she did so much work. Barry playing a very good Ashimo. That siege was just so hard to deal with for Desecrator and Varian. So Spirit team looking to ban?
Yep.
Ferris ban.
And it's going to be Faris. No Tactician Faris this game.
Nope. Mortal to counter with a ban of their own.
It will be Salas, so denying Spirit side, a strong jungler.
Yeah, not sure how necessary that was, considering we're kind of expecting Corruption to play Kagan in the jungle role. But still cannot deny the power of Salas as a jungler. Already saw a good showing on that Shaper from Fast Sea Turtle today.
Yeah, unfortunately things didn't go as well when he picked Moya, but I don't know if that was necessarily his fault. It just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah, it seemed he was just unsure of how to help his team continue to snowball that top lane lead or protect bot lane. Spent a lot of time not using his ultimate at level 6, went the whole 3 levels without using it.
Yeah, just didn't have good opportunities where he could open the fight with.
Yeah.
That is because Sakari is a global ban, Chromathor. Sorry, we need to keep reiterating that every time we start a new game because of the bug on her W and the sadness that it causes.
Yeah, most of the players agree that they don't want to see Sakari in these games, considering how sort of broken
we
those
do
walls
this
are.
for the players in the games, more so than anyone else, really. Just to kind of give a nice little like high elo safe haven with like fun games that are competitive, or at least that's the idea. So we try and keep any salt-inducing situations like bug shapers and whatnot just out of the equation altogether.
Yeah, people get salty enough. We don't need to exacerbate the
Yeah,
problem.
we really don't. All right, Desecrator comes in for Spirit side. Could be played Gladiator or Tactician or even Jungle.
Yeah, good zoning potential against Volek. However, didn't work out so great last game. You see Volek, he just pops Blitz and runs into your face. Anyway, but a well-timed CC from Desecrator to timing that Blitz cooldown can really stop Volek in his tracks. And of course, that ultimate, if you build a damage late game, just so much damage.
I'd love to see Zeri. I don't think anyone's man enough to pick her, though. That seems to be the issue there. And really, I mean, I really like Zeri too as like a Faris counter, and since Faris is banned, I don't know if she's gonna fit into any specific team comp, but we had a bit of a discussion about Zeri last night on the Money Pigs, and here we go. Akel makes the first appearance that I've seen in one of these in-houses.
Yeah, I'd probably see that in a Tactician role. Very strong tank with a lot of CC and lockdown and huge mobility with that sheep. I think it's one of the longest dashes in the game, if not the longest. Able to come around walls that you wouldn't normally expect anyone to come out of. So it'll be fun to see that in lane. And actually, an old back when the Shaper pool was much smaller at the beginning of the beta, Zalgus Kel was a very scary lane when Zalgus was first released. Very easy to follow up on that Kel E with a Zalgus chain and do a lot of damage just over and over again in lane. One of Otzi's favorite lanes, I know. However, Kel recently has fallen out of favor in the competitive scene, mostly because he doesn't seem to get too many defensive steroids out of his.
Nothing free.
Yeah, nothing free.
Not the way that Reyna or Mara or Cerulean have their built-in stats, and even Basco. That's why we don't see a whole lot of Flynn, or I haven't seen Flynn once in any of these games, or Kel.
Yeah.
And there's Mara for Spirits, so the last two Shapers going to be picked here, and then we will be able to jump into the game. Hopefully with no other delays. Last minute discussion on the final picks.
Yeah, it's saying Mortal Team is pick a Shaper, but I think that's a typo. I believe Spirit has another pick before Mortal. Actually, I'm not sure.
Come on, bozos, pick your Shapers. Pick your Shapers. Yeah, everybody gets a Shaper. You get a Shaper. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna round out these two teams as they do battle? Reyna. Okay. I wonder who the Gladiator is. It's possible it could be Gladiator Volok and Jungle Kel, but I'm gonna be Gladiator Zalgus and go with that lore brother-sister lane combo of Reyna Zalgus, which is actually a very potent lane combination.
Yeah, the red-headed terrors. If you hit that Reyna stun at level 6, followed up by Zalgus Chain E ultimate, it's a huge amount of damage. And there's Corruption's Kogan pick for Kogan Jungle. And we can get this underway.
Alright, Corruption. Hopefully that's going to be him on Kogan. I imagine so. Let's see if everyone is ready. And we will jump into the game. Wait for Dragon. Waiting for Dragon. Okay.
Okay, they're ready. Let's go.
All right.
Yagachu got his tryhard pants on tonight.
Yeah, he does. No mercy. Sweep the leg, Yagachu. Cobra Kai never die. It's good for you because he's been on your team. So.
Ewan playing Zalgus. This is something I don't think I've seen him play before. See how he does. But some interesting picks for the Mortal team. We don't see a lot of Reyna. We don't see a lot of Kel either. So it'll be good to see those tanky tacticians coming into play here. Just a huge front line if you think about it for Shivian and Ewan. 3 tanks essentially, although Yagashi does tend to build very damage heavy. But Volok gets most of his tankiness from his sustain. Spirit team on the other hand has a much more standard composition, something we see a lot in these in-houses. With Kenzu and Desecrator, Mara, Kam. So much zone control in these team fights. So many slows.
And here
Kogan,
we go.
Kogan stand, as well as Mara, E, Bramble Crush.
Literally everyone has a slow on the Spirit.
Everyone has a slow. It's crazy.
So interesting here. Mianhe doing his best Formicid impression. Well, he's not jungling Kel. I feel like if I keep invoking his name, one day he'll come back to the Dawn Gate, and I will continue to do that. Every time I see Kel, rest in peace, Formicid.
I heard he was playing HOTS.
I'm sure he's playing something.
Something. Making kids cry.
Reinventing the strats. But we've got another interesting matchup here. I'm going to give the edge to Spirit Team because I think their Shaper kits synergize a little bit better. But the wild card in this situation is Yagachu, who doesn't really care about team comps or strategies.
He just runs at your face with bullets.
Usually the strategy revolves around him just killing everything in sight and then dealing with, kill them all, let God sort them out.
Yeah.
Sort of philosophy. What do you think?
All right,
these movement speed loadouts for the junglers are just really actually, yes, okay, so Corruption running Ravager, Outrider, and Hoplite on his loadout. All of the passives
30
possible.
seconds until minions spawn.
Whereas
Yeah, he
Yagachu
just
with the Ravager and a little bit more stats. And he's going to run into 3 members of the Spirit side. And he's got Vanquish, so he is on his own. Firas gets the first blood. So Yagachu with a lapse in judgment face checks the bush, the death bush.
Yeah, that's that movement speed coming out of Koggen's loadout there. He got to that bush so much faster than Yagachu. All 3 of them, actually. Actually, an old strat that people used to do a lot in the early days of Dawn Gate tournaments was you have one of your textures pick up Tailwind and you just Tailwind right out of the fountain at level 1, so you get to that bush faster. You get that map control level 1, catch people, but that has since fallen out of favor because then you have a support with Tailwind, which is not good at surviving ganks. Alright, we see a deep ward on the power buff of Yagachu, so they're going to know fully well where he's starting off. Fayrust and King of Mask going to look to put down some harass as they leash this buff.
But Dragon just hits the fish camp instead.
Yeah, those poor fish.
Poor fish. What did he ever do to you? So now Ewan and Mianhe are going to lane in what's a more unconventional lane comp of Kel and Zalgus, who actually synergize really well together. You just don't see it that often because of the nature of Zalgus isn't played as a gladiator that often that we see.
Yeah. Well, and already this double melee lane having a hard time dealing with the pushing potential and the poke of Varian in lane. See how well they're able to survive that and farm up. But likewise, bot lane doing work on Ewan. A very strong lane, Kenzu and Calm, like super aggressive, super high damage. I've said this before in in-house. Kenzu with one of the strongest laning phases of all the AD carries, that double auto attack. So it's going to be another one of those games where top lane swings for one team and bot lane swings for the other, and we'll see how the junglers respond to that.
Yeah. This is how these games usually go. There's like the power lane and then and just kind of the other lane.
Yeah. But Corruption's likely going to get spotted out by that deep ward near his haste about a second here, so they're going to see that he's full clearing. Likewise, Yagachu mirroring that full clear, though a little behind.
Due to the early death, as you can see, Firust already with about a 300 Vin lead on Yagachu. So we'll see how that plays into the early game here.
Also highlights the power of Koggen jungle clear, which people talk about all the time, but here you see a perfect example of it. He's already on his Ugger camp. Meanwhile, Yagachu only finishing that mushroom camp. So Volek, a good power clear, is still falling behind Koggen. Really clear. And it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds. A lot of level 1 wards are going to be falling out. The jungler's going to be looking for ganks.
Mianhe and Ewan having a rough go of it here in the bottom lane. Dragon and Firust off to a rousing start. They are pushing with reckless abandon, harassing for free. Meanwhile, the same sort of thing happening up in the top lane, where Shivy and Porkchop are just having their way with the double melee lane of Mara and Desecrator.
Yeah. Oh, Pharaoh's taking a chain there under turret. Always dangerous. Let's look at the CS. Pharaoh's with a 29 CS and Ewan with 20, so he's got a 9 CS lead on that Gladiator. Nothing to sneeze at. However, Nicken super behind. Only 21 CS to Shivy's 29. Actually, so about the same. Again, we see that mirror of lane strength. And now we have Corruption. He has bypassed all the war. He's going to be looking for a dive bot lane, most likely. Oh yeah, we might see a dive down here. Oh, he wards deep and backs off.
And now Yagachu looking to loop on top lane, so
Complete
junglers,
mirror.
yeah, doing that little mirror trick they like to do. So Nikken uses his drain. He has no escapes. If this lane gets pushed up, here we go with the minions.
Yeah.
We'll see how Yagachu responds, and he's coming for it. They're going big in onto Nikken right away with a nice knockback, but they will get the kill. Yagachu does get the kill, so though now 1-1. Yagachu gets back his first blood, so to speak.
Yep. And so, probably a bit unwise for Corruption to back off. I think they could have done the same exact thing bot lane with Zalgus being so low. However, it is a bit harder to dive with Zalgus than a Kel, considering how much ways they can lock you down into that turret. However, now we're going to see possibly a 2v3 top lane as Mara and Kagan are going to look to chase Yagachu off that well.
Yeah, the pings are flying down. Smart camera doesn't quite want to take us there yet.
Yeah,
It
no
looks
fighting,
like,
really.
yeah, it looks like everyone just posturing and backing off. Ewan super low. Got to be careful to not get kill shot by Firust on Kenzu.
Yeah, and Yagachu actually camping that power bush. I think we have a dead Kagan up top.
Looks to be the case, and Shivy comes in progress gating over the wall. Corruption trying his best to get out. I don't know what he's... He was walking back and forth.
Yeah. He was a dead man. There's not much you can do.
Uh-oh, Miyane
Got it.
gets locked down on right at the edge of his binding. Firust takes a binding shot for it. Miyane will survive.
See, Yagachu is going to have to deal with this aggression bot lane. But they have deep wards on both sides of Yagachu's approach that he can make for bot lane, so I think they're going to be pretty safe. I would not be surprised to see Kenzu ulting at level 6 and killing Zalgus, which should be pretty soon. Yeah, Kenzu warding that power buff wisely at 6 minutes 30 seconds right before it comes up. He knows Yagachu's going to be there to start his jungle rotation.
Pork Chops and Shivy doing all they can to make life hell for the double melee lane, choosing to focus on Mara and trying to avoid Desecrated the best they can.
Ooh.
Oh no, but Shivy gets locked down by Desecrated ground. Pork Chop tried to follow up with Wisdom's Reach, but kind of threw it behind.
Oh, now Pork Chop might get caught out by
Here
the
comes
hook.
Corruption. There's the quicksand. Will he get... Oh, the Snapdragon lands. There's the Heat Wave. The Desecrated ground doesn't even need to use Big Haul. So a nice 2 kills quickly happening in the top lane.
Yeah,
Shivy
so
and
they
Pork
punish
Chop
that
make a
aggressive top lane. Here's
miscommunication and a
Yagachu.
misplay. Yagachu looking to return in kind, but a beautiful play from Dragon, a 3-man ultimate, as well as the Endless Delights, but Miyane uses the Titanic Charge, and Yagachu's able to clean it up. The Big Haul comes down. Damnation is ticking away, trying to burn down Dragon. The final chapter from Zalgus isn't going to be enough, nor will the chains. Dragon and Corruption will live, so
Here comes
only able
Desecrator.
to pick up one. Now Desecrator's back in the fray, in on Yagachu. Yagachu trying to survive. He does kill Desecrator, but Mara will pick up the kill. Yagachu gets shut down.
Probably worth there considering it's shut down Bim, but Nikken kind of tanking him for too long.
I think Spirit side does come away with the advantage in that fight, getting the shutdown, killing a lot of the key members. But we do have Shivy and Pork Chops returning back to top lane, looking to pressure that binding even more.
Yeah, huge fear eggs from King of Mass as Yagachu came into the lane. Feared him just long enough for Kenzu to get position on the turret. And then, what an ult, too. 3-man Kagan ult. Or, sorry, combo. And now that was unwise. Kagan walking in to defend that turret, but it only had like 1 or 2 autos left, and he just dies. So 5-5, we've got a pretty even game on our hands. Yagachu, per usual, has a lot of the kills on his team, whereas Mara actually picking up 2 of the kills for Spirit team.
Which actually is not something to be overlooked. Mara, I mean, 2-0
Oh, look at
and
this
2.
roam, look at this roam.
Oh, look at Yagachu and Reyna positioning to dive onto this bottom lane. This is a 5-man gank potential here. Pork Chop comes out of the bush, surprising Dragon. The Curse of Weakness comes down. He throws down the eggs. I don't think they're the Fear eggs. No, they are not. but a nice bit of escapability. Oh, a chain just missing its mark, and a 5-man push on this binding. Top binding is down, doing their best, but Spirit Side is here to defend the binding.
Yeah, so now Yagachu's gonna walk over to that armor buff. He knows there's no way Kagen can 1v1 him, so he'll probably get that for free. We'll see though if Spirit Team's able to.
And Mara going aggressively into the back line. The Voidbreaker from Virus misses its mark, but it cuts through and allows him to get in. Damnation is ticking for Yagachu. Titanic Charge goes in onto Corruption. He will drop. Yagachu and Kel doing work up there on the back line of the Spirit Side. Now Firust is on the run. He's caught in between. Uses Throw of the Hunt to get on the other side of Yagachu. Finishes him with a kill shot, or at least Nikken finishes him. And now they've turned their attention onto Miyane. Meanwhile, Mara zoning the back line of Shivy and Ewan all on his own.
Burn?
And now Miyane comes in and knocks him up, and Miyane looks to be the sacrificial, I would say goat, but he is more of a sheep herder.
Yeah.
So Zaug is still trying to escape. Ewan looks to be caught in a pincer as well. He's going to get knocked up and finished off by Dragon. So a nicely played from the Spirit Side, a little chaotic. Everyone got split up, but Withmere on Mara was able to zone Ewan and Shivy as the backline and just kind of leave Yagachu, Miyane, Yagachu, Miyane, and Porkchop to fend for themselves. And once Yagachu died, the rest of their DPS was gone, and they could just clean up the fight from there.
Yeah, Shivy was really on his own, and they went so deep for that Kagen kill. It was easily the tankiest one on the Spirit team, so maybe a bit of a misplay on that team fight, and they're going to get bot tower for this. A huge swing in favor of the Spirit team. Porkchop doing his best to clear, but there's just not a lot Reyna can do.
A mortal binding has been destroyed.
So Spirit Side, after a little bit of a slow start, I mean, they did get first blood, but a slow start nonetheless, just the way the ganks went. But now they seem to be coming into their own. As we take a quick look at some of the items here, Nikken working on his, he already has his Decay finished. He's got his second Might with Mir, with a lot of base items to go along with a Pride. Dragon has picked up the Prosperity, will probably look to making that Duress. Virus has his Ambition and Abolition. Abolition is a great item, but even better on Kenzu due to the nature of his double knock passive.
Yeah.
Talking about
Kenzu
Mortal side.
benefits so much from the on-hit effects of Abolition and Ruin and such. We'll see if he goes for that Fate Kenzu build.
Fate or
still
Finesse?
No, he has a power actually, so it could be a Finesse, but more likely a Dominus.
Yeah, just kind of gonna sit on that tier 2 Abolition.
Yeah. Oh, and Ewan.
There's the Voidbreaker and the big haul onto Ewan. He's got nowhere to go. The kill shot finishes him off.
He was pretty dead. The hook and the Kenzu ult, I don't think there was much you could do about that. And Zalgaf's not too good at getting away once he's caught. Oh, we're going to see 4-man rotation down bot. We'll see if Spirit Team's able to counter this rotation. They are. They should not fight this without their team. And they're going to pressure this tier 2 binding.
Spirit Side not looking to give any edges here. Yeah, they know the Kenzu and Kagen ults are down.
Yeah, that's very big. Those are two of the biggest team fighting ultimates from that team currently. King of Mass, though, still has his ult and Desecrator as well. Oh, Corruption taking away that fish camp. Showing dominance in the jungle on Yagachu. Ewan is going to be looking for that lucky chain.
Yeah. Even though he is significantly kind of behind as far as levels are concerned, especially for a Gladiator.
Yeah, not only levels, but also items. All he has is an aggression and a power for damage. That just tickles Feyres with the full chain E combo. He's got a lifesteal that, no problem. So really not much. Oh, Ewan getting caught out a little bit. Is the hook up again? No, it is not.
Oh, and there's the Wisdom's reach. Virus uses Throw the Hunt to position towards the back line. Yagachu is in the middle of it. All sorts of chaos happening in that bush. Desecrator ults are coming down. Final chapter opens up. Nikken uses Drain. Virus picks up Reyna, and Zalgus falls as well. The big haul comes in now, grabbing Miyane and Yagachu, not letting them get away. Virus with another Thrill of the Hunt with Mir with a beautiful Snapdragon under the binding. Tried to dispel, but he will die for his efforts. Dragon and Virus will be the last two surviving members of the Spirit team, and they take another team
Spirit
fight.
Team killing
Yeah,
spree.
Feyre's so deep in that fight.
Yeah,
but
no one even noticed him. They were all focused on Yagachu and what he was doing, allowing him to get behind with Thrill of the Hunt. And then the other thing, something you never see in team fights, but the Thrill of the Hunt came up again, and he used it to position to the other side of the wall. So really, really nice play by my first pick, if I do
A mortal
point
binding has
out
been
myself.
destroyed.
Yeah, and, I think that team fight even could have gone even more in favor of Spirit team if Feyre perhaps had stayed with his team. I think his auto attacks on Reyna were a bit of a waste. Once she uses her ult, Reyna's not much of a presence in team fights. However, it still works out for them. Kagen Hook coming up just at the right time. And we'll see what Mortal Team's able to do. I mean, they have Zalgus, who's a late game carry. He scales so well with power, and those chains, when he's on 5-6 items, can just decimate a whole team. But that's a long way off once again. We've been in this situation before. And Desecrator, certainly nothing to sneeze at as far as late game carry mages. Yagachu, though, he's big. He picked up some kills in that fight for himself. He's stacking that MR, likely going to go that Valor Oppression build again. Which will help him survive through a lot of the damage coming out of Desecrator. It's not going to help him against Feyre. Ooh, it's 4-1. It's 6. And you see him, he picks up an early Betrayal on Kenzu. So he's looking to survive the damage coming out of Yagachu with that MR and Will Thief. Not too worried about Shivy at this point.
I do like Betrayal as one of those niche items for ranged ADs or anyone who does a lot of auto attacking. Even on shapers like Mara and Freya, it can be really fun. It just really provides that extra bit of it's one of those items, it does everything. I mean, if you look at it, power, haste, and MR in addition to 40 bonus magical damage on hit and Will Thief, which gives you a little bit more tankiness. So, you know, it's giving all of the meaningful stats for any sort of DPS with a little bit of tankiness to go with it. So I just think it's a really versatile item that doesn't see a whole lot of play, but can really be good in the right circumstances.
Yeah, it's a very good item on Kenzu. Again, we've talked about Kenzu's synergy with on-hit effects. He'll likely build a Fate this game at some point.
Dragon interrupting the armor buff and allowing Corruption to take it for himself.
Yeah, something we don't see often. Yagachu getting pushed out of his jungle. Showing the dominance of the Spirit team in their lead right now. Doesn't show much in kills, but definitely shows in map control.
I must gather my strength.
And there's not much they can do here. They have just a super hard engaged comp with Reyna and Kel. Those tacticians do not much for clearing waves over turrets. Look to see if Corruption goes for a hook here, or they're just going to slowly siege this turret down, maybe look to bait Parasite out.
I think maybe slowly siege the turret down because look down in bottom lane. There's a nice cheeseburger forming. Yeah. It's going to draw someone's attention eventually. Someone's going to get hungry and want to eat all that CS. There you go. You see the pings. Spirit side is aware. And at what point, if you're mortal here, what do you want to do? Do you want to go farm bottom lane, or do you want to protect your tower up top?
I think Shivy needs that Gladiator farm.
I was going to say Shivy or Ewan should be going down to get it. Yeah. Ewan maybe because he needs to catch up, and he's not going to be doing a whole lot in these fights to begin with. But
yeah, and that solo farm would actually give him quite a bit. And
he would
some
catch up
levels
nicely.
To catch up. However, they're going to opt for letting the wave die. Yeah, and Ewan taunting the enemy team saying, we don't mind. We got all the time in the world. Really expecting to see some kind of hard engage.
Nice chain from Ewan, but he just lacks the farm and the experience to really just make it hurt. Eventually, he can get to the point where those really will start to sting, but until then,
was chain. That would have been 50-60% of their HP.
Yeah, I mean he's only sitting on a destruction. Maybe he's recalling now, maybe going to pick up a force, or even get some haste, but.
And now they're going to rotate on that Spirit Well.
Yep.
Probably something they could have done a long time ago, considering it's 18 minutes. But they know Ewan's back to Shivy's spot.
They know you exactly. Ewan's back at Shivy's bot, so now there's literally nothing they can do to stop it. Before they could have forced the team fight on the well, which usually goes poorly for the team trying to cap.
Yeah.
Just due to the positioning of the wells. But that time they played it smart. They played patiently. Strike. And decided to strike when the opportunity presented itself. Meanwhile, Yagachu and Shivy are now in bottom lane trying to bring some pressure off of top, But in doing so, Top's binding will fall. So
Smart play, I think, because they know they can't hold that forever. They know they gave up the well, so they're going to counter with a well of their own and a tower of their own. So any kind of trade for a team that's behind, if it's even trade, is worth. However, they're going to lose tier 2 as well.
The mortal team
Looks like Zalgus might have DC'd.
A mortal binding has been destroyed.
maybe we can call it a DC.
We'll call it a DC for now.
A spirit binding has been
Don't want
destroyed.
to rush to conclusions.
Wouldn't want to do that.
No.
Spirit side set up here. Looking to take this parasite without much contention.
And
Yanhe's there by himself. They've got no
They have no
jungler
Zalgus.
around and no Zalgus.
The spirit team has slain the parasite.
And he's back.
All right.
Push on.
And so now we see Spirit Team's going to back, and they're going to spend that money that they earned from capturing the well and Parasite and farming 2 waves, 2 turrets. Let's see what people pick up here. Fayrust. Grabbing an Abolition. Oh, he hasn't backed yet. But Corruption picking up pieces for his Rebirth. He's going to go that traditional Kagen build with the Rebirth, defensive aura, stacking. Just be a lot of team fight utility there, and just a huge tank.
Yeah,
Takes a lot
Corruption
to-
doesn't. He's not one of those early form builders on Kagen, and you see that very
Yeah.
commonly. Even when I play Kagen, I usually rush form. I mean, you're a bit of a jungler. What are the pros and cons of the form Kagen versus the haste and health Kagen?
Well, Form Kagen does a lot of damage, and a lot of people don't consider Kagen to be an early game like powerful jungler, but in fact he shines in the early game. He's able to 1v1 most of the junglers from levels 1 through whatever because of his Q stacking damage. So Form just exacerbates that damage. We saw Organic playing him yesterday in what he called the Mega Fart build, just maximizing the power he gets out of those sand farts. And with Ambition and Form and all that, and Preservation actually rushing that in.
Porkchop with a Wisdom's Reach to engage the fight. Corruption is going to blitz away from the Curse of Weakness and Volok. Volok uses Blitz to follow, but Mara's too much of a king of the jungle, and
Wow, and they just cannot follow up on that, and that's an ultimate down, blitz down for
2
Volok
Blitz. Yeah.
in a
Blitz.
5v3 situation. They're gonna capture that well. But going back to Kagen, also his Q. I mean, that Q puts damage and thus defensive auras like Subjugation and Equilibrium on usually at
everybody.
least 2 to 3 to 4 people in a team fight, depending on how much people are grouped. So you get a lot of utility out of him building tanky. So it's really a preference thing, I think.
Nice.
The power, it should be said, the power Kagen build definitely falls off late game for sure.
Any bandit worth his fast posts a watch.
So Shivy tried to split off from his team and get some of that farm up top. Spirit side just trying to bounce between these 2 tier 3 bindings, seeing which one they can crack first. Don't want to get engaged on underneath the binding because they do. I mean, Reyna's ultimate is down. Let's check the timer on that. Where is Reyna? 3? 3. So still a minute for Reyna's ultimate to come back.
Yeah.
Kagen, meanwhile, is about 50. So both Kagen and Reyna will get their ultimates about the same time. We may see these teams just try and stall out before those big ultimates can be the initiate for them. But ooh,
Oh,
nice
big chain
chain
coming out Ewan.
Shivy gets desecrated, grounded. Did.
Still, like we said before, not enough damage coming out of him yet.
Yeah, he's
Well,
getting there.
Destruction Divinity. He's getting there. That Destruction Divinity is nothing to sneeze at. But
If he can pick up a Chaos, I don't know if that's the
Yeah.
next thing Zalgai usually go for.
well, it depends on the Zell guy you talk to. Players like Otzi, they really value the power on him. They don't think haste is as useful because you're just looking for that one
Porkchop
combo.
gets hit
Magic
big
combo.
time underneath the binding, but that will be the it. Oh, Fearust uses Voidbreaker to disengage from the Kel Mianhe ultimate. So now Spirit side gets a little bit of a break as Mortal looks to retreat from the binding, but not enough to crack the binding yet while it is super low.
So a bit of a win there for Mortal's side. They're able to hold the binding and without much health in exchange for a lot of ultimates, including Niken's ultimate, which is hugely important. But it might just end up falling here. I don't think they were able to heal fast enough. Oh, Miyane going in.
Oh, Miyane with a big Titanic charge, followed up by a beautiful Wisdom Reach from Reyna. Here come the Wombo combos. Now Dragon is on the run. Corruption gets slowed from Curse of Weakness. He will not get away. Oh, never mind. Maybe he will. Ewan blinks in. There's the Rebirth going off. Corruption looking to do everything he can, but he is cooked at that point, and Shivy picks up King of Masks. So a 5-0 ace for the Mortal side.
Team has been annihilated.
That was incredible. All initiated by Miyane and the beautiful Titanic charge. One thing people don't realize about Kell's ultimate is that if you hit people, if you aim the ultimate at the target behind people in front of you, everyone in front of you is going to get knocked up and stunned for the duration of it. And it was enough window of an opportunity for Reyna to immediately follow up with Wisdom's Reach. And at that point, everything had come off. Everything came apart.
Yeah,
and Mortal side was able to clean it up.
With his Volacol running, and that's a lot of damage. Wow, big mistake from Spirit side to go up like that. 4 on one side of the turret. Hugely vulnerable to these AoE ultimates from Mortal team.
Big swing in the momentum here in the 25th minute. Even now on kills, economy-wise, I think that fight just made it a little bit more even, especially with this Parasite. Definitely a close game. Anyone's game still at this point.
Here's the Desecrator out. Can he steal?
Oh
can he
no!
vanquish?
All right, the Vanquish
Yeah.
hits home. Oh, look at the the design of Desecrator's ultimates with the Bramble patch. Oh, it was really inappropriate, but it was funny looking. If
What
you
did
go
it
back
look
on the,
like?
it looked like a penis.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to go back and screen cap that, it was like perfect, right in the middle of the Parasite pit. Oh, that's right, I'm an adult.
The spirit team.
So anyway, now
Sounds like
Spirit
Pixels.
side looking to cap the wells and try and get any advantage they lost back.
Yeah, they got a 4 cap now. Oh no, never mind. They're gonna
Yeah.
break
Team
cap
has captured
on
a
Spirit
well.
side.
It must not stand.
And Spirit side a bit reeling from that fight. Probably a little doubt in their minds as their lead. Especially now they're gonna have to just farm Striders. I think they're gonna push in their base, and their base has been broken. They lost that tier 3 bottom lane, which is gonna open up a strong push from the Mortal team.
Take a quick look at the items now that we've got a lull in the action. Yagachu going a little bit tankier this time, picks up that hope
The mortal team
to go
has
along
captured
and maybe
a
help
well.
him sustain a little bit while he's using Damnation and maybe can heal up a little bit better. Ewan working towards his Chaos. Pork Chop has a Pride to go along with Subjugation and Prosperity. Mianhe's got his Devotion, and he is getting really tanky with the rest of those items. Shivy, now 4 completed items, looking to work on his 5th as we go to the Spirit side. Firust has 4 items completed already. Big on-hit build there between the Fate, Betrayal, and Ruin, so he's going to start putting out big damage. Corruption has gotten his Rebirth, Subjugation, getting some MR as well. Dragon, Prosperity, Duress, Devotion. Really nice supporty King of Mask build. Nikin has got the full Desecrator, Strife, and Decay along with Valor, and Mara with Mir on Mara gets the Vengeance, another Pride as well, looking to double stack up Glory and Vengeance, it looks like. You don't see that a whole lot, but not a terrible strategy on
The
Mara,
mortal team
who can
has
benefit from
captured
both
a
of those
well.
items really well.
Yeah, so a lot of the hopes of the Spirit team resting on Feyrest here. He's just huge on that Kenzu. With his Ruin, Fate, Betrayal, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. AoE damage even. But they're just unable to defend these turrets right now.
A spirit binding has
Really
been
playing scared,
destroyed.
afraid of that combo. It's present in their minds, the potential for that Wombo. And Corruption just not in position here to defend this tier 3.
Yeah, Spirit's got to be very careful not to group up like they did beforehand and get womboed on, especially underneath their binding, because we've seen how quickly the Immortal side can capitalize on that, and they do not want to get aced this far pushed into their base. I mean, if they get aced here, it's game over.
Pretty much, yep.
Almost at the 30-minute mark, so those Q time or death respawn timers are going to get kind of long here. Later this game goes.
Yeah, winning fight for the Mortals team would actually probably end the game,
Books on that.
considering they've already broken the base. Striders. But we'll see what they can do. Ewan actually pretty well caught up now too. Well, no, he still doesn't have his chaos. So
Let's
it's
check
really
his money. He has enough to go buy chaos, but they're just too far up into the base at the moment for him to really make that kind of play. Yagachu looks to be a little caught out. He's zoned by all of the AoE CC and slows. The Voidbreaker goes through him because of the blitz. A big haul comes out from Corruption. He gets 3 people. They pick up Yagachu. The laser goes down onto Firas, but it's not going to do much. Corruption is there, zoning and peeling for his ranged AD. A really nice job. Firas picks up the double kill, blinks to give chase, and now blitzes to chase further, but I think Varian might escape. No! The tailwind! The chase continues! Poor Shimmy doing everything he can! Progress gates over the wall, but dies in process. Ewan with the recall, gonna get full King of Masks, so now the ace switches places and goes to the spirit side. Well, they didn't 5-0 them, they did lose Mara. It still could prove fatal if they can push down. No, too much of the mortal side has been pushed, so Spirit can't capitalize here as much as they're willing to. Maybe they can get that binding down at the bottom, but I think that might. Yeah, they're just gonna face tank it. Yep.
A mortal binding has
So
been
Feyres
destroyed.
going in big there. He's
How long
trying
do they
to-
stay? I mean, 10 seconds, 7 seconds. I think it's time for them to peace out.
Yeah, they leave for sure. There's not much they can do in that base. Getting the cores is not terribly important for only 2 of them because they respawn anyway, and they can't really get the important ones in the back, the laser and the bubble core.
Not within the time frame they need.
And a pain picked up from Feyres. So huge for him being able to deal with that full. You see how fast he was able to shred through Yagachu's ultimate.
It was really nice by Mara and Kagan to split off Yagachu there between the Bramble Crush and the Quicksand. Like, there was nowhere for him to go. He did turn on Blitz, but that's what started the fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing with people who play sort of in-your-face bruisers like Salas and Volek is how well you can use that Blitz. If you pop that Blitz late, it does nothing for you if you're already snared. You know, it's a complete waste, and then you end up being slowed anyway as well to follow up. So, Mortal Team positioning Para, deep warding. We'll see if Spirit Team wants to contest. This fight, if they contest, is going to decide the game.
Here we go. So, an
They are
aggressive
not
para
close.
from Mortal side. Can Spirit get here in time? They look a little disorganized getting to this fight. Parasite is getting melted down quickly with Mir. Gotta be careful. Porkchop gets a little caught out. Ewan gets initiated on by Mara. The Voidbreaker comes in as well. The big haul pulls back Yagachu and Porkchop. With Mir trying to take out Shivy by himself, but he is by himself. So Firas now giving chase
Just
on his
going
own.
easy.
Beautiful. Kills Yagachu and then kill shots Shivy, but I don't think he has the speed to catch him. Viane and Shivy go in different directions, as well as Ewan. The 3 surviving members of the Mortal side after that failed para rush. I don't even know what to call that, but
Man, Feyres with those AD carry mechanics just doing work that fight.
yeah.
And so big fight there. They're gonna pick up Parasite, and this is definitely back in the Spirit Team's hands. You
Yeah,
see
really
Biani-
nice job
Porkchop.
of Mara. You know, Mara, again, the only one to die in that fight, but she was super important because she went and got right in Varian's face and basically took one for the team. Varian couldn't help out in any of the other, in the other skirmish that was happening in the back where Yagachu and Porkchops were engaged on the rest of the team, and Varian couldn't supplement their damage just thanks to Mara being there and just being in the way. So Varian did pick her up and survive the fight, but they won the team fight because Varian couldn't participate.
Oh, Negan pulling the trigger a little bit early there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have waited for a Kenzu ultimate. Oh, he was on cooldown.
And it just
But
came
that-
off cooldown. Yeah, he could have
Yeah,
waited
that-
for the Kenzu ult.
That likely could have ended the game there if he picked up Shibby. There's without an AD carry, it's very hard to defend your open base.
The spirit team
But
has captured a well.
yeah, so you saw in that fight, Miyane and Porkchop both going real deep to try and get onto Feyres. But there's just no follow-up, and Kel and Reyna just don't have a lot of damage. You know, they can stun Feyres as long as they want, but if as soon as he comes out of it, he's just gonna lifesteal all the minimal damage coming out of Reyna right back.
Is
so
Firas
it's
not
really
a team?
Yeah, we scrimmed them. Bob scrimmed them last week
Oh, okay.
with Reckon and Ewan. I'm not sure if they're a team or they were just looking to play
grouping up
together.
for a scrim, yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
but really strong AD carry player, just really doing well against this game. And he has 6 items. Level 26 items. He's got his pots.
34 minutes into the game, you're already buying pots because you're so rich. That's a man worthy of first picking. Way to go, Twerp. Way to pick him first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feros carrying your team.
But again, so I think what really needs to happen is Shibby needs to find some way of getting past Mara, getting past Corruption, to just get some autos down on Pharos to blow him up with those crits from Varian. Otherwise, there's no hope. That or Ewan has to lay the chain in conjunction with the Miani and Porkchop initiation.
Ewan is
But-
getting bigger. He has his chaos now. He has an aggression to go along with the destruction and divinity, so he's gonna start to sting a little bit more. It might be a little too late, but a 5-man chain with a full combo opened up. Although there is a lot of MR on the
Yeah.
Spirit side. That's the only thing.
Yeah, Nicken and Pharos, the two carries, they both have a lot of MR themselves.
I mean,
So-
I know Rage has fallen out of favor, but at this point, if you're Zalgus, is it like your only option?
It is, absolutely. Absolutely, he needs a rage at some point. Especially, I mean, he's got to burn through a Valor Shield in Death's Crater.
Valors, orders, subjugations, devotions. I mean, just all sorts of MR. The betrayal on Feros is going to get stacked up, giving him even more magic resist as Spirit looks to siege this binding. Meanwhile, the cheeseburger of minions bottom lane entering the base, looking to do work.
Go there.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to get pulled off to defend those cores as the Striders flow in, and that's gonna open up the tier 3 for the taking. And it's hard, it's hard to defend these sieges for Zalgus, because his chain and E are so valuable at clearing these waves, but then he doesn't have them to follow up with any kind of initiation. But yeah, he's gonna use it, looking to. Zalgus just gets caught.
Oh, there's the
Wow.
Void Breaker. Look at the stasis coming down. Shibby trying to put out the damage, but Spirit's side is just too much, too big. Titanic Charge from Miane is going to pick up Mara, and he's going to sheep out, but he gets stunned at the end there, trying to 1v1 Corruption. Feros picking up all of the kills wherever he needs them. Spirit's side is going to take this game
Yeah, GG.
on the
Yagi getting
shoulders
the pod
of the Feros Kenzu carry. A good effort from Mortal's side. They really did. They had a puncher's chance there for a while. They got a really
did.
nice team fight down at the bottom in their base, but just couldn't make anything else happen after it. But
Well, you could say that Spirit learned from their mistakes, and they did not groove up quite as
yes, yes,
much
they
anymore.
did. Oh no!
Oh, and Nicken goes down to the Guardian.
Rest in peace, Nicken.
And GG.
The Spirit team is victorious.
Well played. Well played by both teams. Take a quick look at the Vim comparison. As you can see, Shivy doing most of the heavy lifting for the Mortal side with his 18,000 Vim, but Feros coming in with the 22k almost.
Yeah, I mean, Shivy, he did really well in lane. They absolutely wrecked their lane top. 8 forward 4, but just not enough.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I'll be honest, I think it was just the team comp that Mortal picked. They had two tanks for tacticians. I think one tank is enough. Two is overkill and not enough damage to follow up with those strong initiations that the tanks bring to the team.
So this has been pretty good. Unfortunately, I do have somewhere to be in about 15 minutes, so we might be handing off the reins over to Sporesmith here.
Sounds good.
I just want to make sure he's here and can respond as we wait. Maybe?
I think Organic's ready to go.
Organic's here at least. Maybe I can get in touch with him. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so Sporesmith is here along with Organic. I think they're going to be taking over. I don't know. Now we're trying to figure out how we can hand the reins over. I think we're going to let Organic get set up, and we're going to send everybody over there. Oh, yeah, and I can also host Organic, and that will also work. So everyone just hang with us. We're going to get a room open for everyone so we can get the game populated while we wait and then go through the transferring of the stream responsibilities.
Yeah, well, it's been fun, Twerp. Thanks.
Yes,
for
Greg,
doing
thank
this
you
again.
once again for joining me for the in-house fun times. The fun's not over yet, though, viewers. More in-house fun time action being brought to you by Sporesmith and Organic, two great casters in their own right and pretty cool dudes, if I might add myself. Let's see, just so we can get everyone on the same page. There looks to... Oh, no room yet. Turn some tunes on while we're waiting, at least, right? Little Mega Man. All right. All right, Sporesmith does have his game open, so everyone can head and join that one. Once Organic gets his stream up, I will begin hosting. And we can slowly migrate everybody over there to continue the fun time in-house Dawn Gate action. I haven't gotten my my VODs muted from video game music yet, so
You are a lucky man.
no, they don't.
My VODs are just one big red bar.
Well, yeah, but you listen to real music, right?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. These stupid like no bot can detect that Mega Man's licensed. Nobody knows.
Mega Man, what a game. What's your favorite Mega Man?
Ugh, that's tough. I mean, the original X is really good.
Yeah, it is.
Like Mega Man X is really, really good, but the one nearest and dear to my heart, I think, is Mega Man 2.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say for NES.
For NES, yeah, I remember like the Fire Guy stage really well.
Yes, so good. Or I think it was SNES. I'm not sure. Super quality game. I remember that one. All right, well, Twerp, I'm gonna leave you here.
Yeah. Thank you, Scrag, once again for joining us.
Yeah, good luck in your endeavors tonight.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I'll need it.
See you later.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. So I'm just here kind of getting ready to shovel everybody off to the next place. So forgive me while we get transitioned here. Raw. All right. Oh, the hosting thing. I have to remember how to do this. Ugh, I forgot. It's annoying. Is it just host and the channel name? Someone remind me. Where is channel? There we go. Let's make sure. Organic, I want to see your stream up first so I can make sure I do this right. No. Organic, where are you, silly? Alright, so let's see. I think I'm hosting Organic. Organic lol. Damn. Alright. So, yep, there we go. Setting up. We're getting Organic's channel going. And, yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so thank you guys very much for watching. I will talk to you another time. Thanks, bozos.